Well, how much encouragement do you take out of that versus it's only the JLT? Where's the balance?
Oh, look, it's a chance for us to grow the stuff we've worked on over the summer, and the fact that you do it against a genuine opposition is positive for us. So there's an element of feeling like the stuff we've been working on is starting to come to fruition, but it is JLT 1, I guess, so it's that tempered excitement about some of the stuff we saw tonight.
So what validation did you find tonight? Was it the team defence? Was it some of the younger guys in the midfield? Was it the way the forward line worked? What were the main points of validation?
Oh, look, it's probably a combination of all those things. We've worked really hard on trying to defend more strongly, and there were some really encouraging signs, particularly in the back half. Jacob Wiedering and the defensive unit were pretty strong tonight. And then we've got a new midfield mix. The 6-6-6 rules is going to change things a little bit, so being strong in there, particularly centre bounces, is going to have an impact. And we've got a new mix, I guess, in the front half. Mackay and Curnow and then McGovern, the three of them, first time they've really played together. So trying to get that synergy and that combination working well together. So, to be able to have all those things all work relatively well tonight was really encouraging.
How did you see that midfield group? It looks like you've got there's a lot of blokes that can go through there now as opposed to last season when you were a bit more shallow.
Yeah, I think the depth is something we've worked really hard on trying to be able to do that. So, Walsh has obviously come in and spent a fair bit of time through there. Setterfield had some time through there. Paddy Dow in his second year. So starting to build a little bit more depth through there and probably a little bit less reliance on Cripper, which is going to be a good thing for us.
Surprised you how quickly Sam Walsh has come along in his first couple of games, even though they're practice games?
Oh, probably not. If you'd been in these four walls and seen him, the way he's applied himself in, from the moment he walked in and how he's trained, how he's had an appetite to learn and want to grow, the way he's performing isn't surprising. But he's got a real desperation to be a good player, which is a great thing to have at the footy club.
How's Charlie Curnow? Was it cork?
Yeah, just a cork. It was one of those things in JLT half-time, decided to pull it off the back of that. So no risk, he should be fine.
Walsh really seems to have already built a strong case for round one.
Yeah, look, he's been impressive, and it wasn't just the games today. Like I said, it's been the whole pre-season, what he's done, his appetite to want to learn and become a good player, learn the way we need to play, build a bit of chemistry with that midfield group. He spent a lot of time with Cripper and the other midfielders. So, tonight's showing would suggest he's going to be a pretty strong candidate.
He's exciting Carlton fans already, isn't he? I think there was a passage of play there where he just held the ball and the crowd sort of went past him and that got a cheer, I think.
Yeah, so. Look, I think... And we've seen it within the footy club, I guess. It's the way he competes. And for Carlton fans, the fact to be able to turn up and have your the number one draft pick turn up and compete like that's a really positive thing. It's something that is pushing and driving, even as a 18-year-old, pushing the other midfielders to become better.
Is the aim to be a bit more bold with the footy? I know every team tries to do that, but to perhaps be a bit more adventurous this year? I mean, 62, I know it's early, but I only got the evidence we've got here. 62 inside 50s, 25 scoring shots. Are we going to see that a bit more often, do you think, this year?
Oh, I think probably for us we need more balance in our attack to be able to... it comes with a little bit of maturity, being able to go fast at the right times and go a little bit slow. At times we've turned the ball over in really bad areas and it's cost us by going fast at the wrong time. So for us it's probably more about trying to get balance in that and balance in the attack and like I said, go fast at the right times, and that's going to give you the opportunity. And off the back of that tonight, we're able to generate front half turnovers because we did attack at the right time, which then gave us scoring opportunities on not necessarily the first one but maybe on the second one.
Just the new rules. What did you see tonight that... Did you see anything different? I mean, do you think teams will keep the ace up the sleeve until round one and we won't see anything?
Oh, no, I think it's a chance to be able to practice your system and your process. Look, centre bounces are going to be critical because it gives you great territory, being able to win the centre bounce and get it inside 50 when you've only got 6 on 6 there. Players who are good in the contest are going to be valuable, and probably the same as they've always been. So, look, if a side gets a run on, that'll be interesting to see what happens in the game. If sides get real momentum out of the centre bounce, it's hard to be able to quell that happening.
Was that a factor in the last quarter there, do you think? Did those rules allow the Bombers to perhaps get the upper hand?
Well, they just won some centre clearances, which had an impact. And, typically in the past you'd put extra numbers behind the ball and that'd be able to quell that a little bit. But we obviously can't do that with the new rules. So having good clearance players, having good ruckmen are going to be pretty critical at those times in the centre bounce.
It's pleasing having the option of throwing blokes from the midfield into the forward line. I think Cunningham kicked 3 tonight. Gibbons went through the midfield but went forward. Cripps as well. it's pleasing having that ability to throw some of your midfielders forward.
Yeah, it does, and it's going to add to that depth that we've been talking about through the midfield, having those guys spend some time as a forward and have an impact down there. So, Gibbons has come in and been really impressive with his run and his capacity to be able to get across the ground, and Cunningham's had some really good continuity in the pre-season, so that's enabled him to be able to do that a little bit more, and he certainly had some impact on the scoreboard tonight, which was pleasing.
Gibbons seems to have put his hand up for that, perhaps that role that Wright has vacated. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, look, he's been hungry to get a spot on our AFL list probably for a long time, and that's probably part of the reason he's on our list at the moment, and everything would suggest he's doing everything he can to give himself a chance to play relatively early in the season. So again, it's the work he's done over the pre-season which has culminated in him performing pretty well early. It's only JLT 1, but he's performed pretty well so far.
Any injuries at all?
Only the Charlie Curnow caught, but other than that, we were a pretty clean bill of health. I think a few guys managed, but that's sort of part of the preparation for round one.
Beauty.
Thanks, guys.
Good work.